What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome to Shay's Tube, and thank you guys for coming in. Let me just warn you guys straight off the back. Hopefully, my internet acts correctly tonight. I forgot to call the cable company, but I'm gonna try to remember tomorrow to do it, just so they can check this line again. So hopefully, it'll stay together. So I'm gonna do one story. If I can, I'll do the second story, but I'm definitely going to do this first story, okay? But before we start off with that, I just want to say again, welcome to everybody to Shades 2. Happy and blessed Monday. I hope you guys had a great work day, and just a great overall day. And I hope your weekend was great as well. Um, Welcome to all of my new subbies, and thank you to all my subbies that's been with me from day one. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Guys, don't forget to, you can just put it right there. Yeah, just hand it to me right here. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content tonight, as well as hitting the bell notifications so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below. And thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and do the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. All right. And that entire copyright disclaimer will be in my comment section. It's already in my description area, and some of it is scrolling across the video right there. Okay, guys. So today, y'all, is day 2 of my spooky true stories that I'm going to tell you guys about. On Sunday, I went over the true story and the spooky story of Lake Lanier. Tonight, I'm talking about the school teacher, literacy teacher, who was also allegedly a devil worshiper, and she was having her children, her classroom children, do satanic rituals and things like that. So I'm going to tell you that true story of this teacher, and I'm going to try to tell you the story of the Watcher, another true story. Now, if I can't tell that tonight, I will tell you guys tomorrow about the Watcher. All right, so get you something to eat, because I definitely got mine. Let me show y'all what I'm eating. All right, I'm going to show y'all what I'm eating. I want y'all to go get y'all something to eat too, okay? Because we're trying to make this a fun time. So look, I got some of this, some popcorn. All right, so get y'all some popcorn. Wait, hold on. Let me show y'all what it looked like. Hold on. So yeah, go get y'all some of this good popcorn right here. Look at that. It smells good to this light butter. Okay, let me get a little of it right now. Hold on. Get you something to drink. Now I'm drinking water. I don't know what y'all gonna be drinking, but I'm drinking water. And get your candy bar or something. And I'm not eating candy, okay? But I do got this popcorn. I am in a comfortable seat. Make sure you get you a comfortable seat. And we are going to check out this spooky, scary story. And I really need to get me some non-copyright spooky music. I'll probably do that tomorrow, okay? Okay. First thing first, y'all. I'm gonna let this TikToker tell you about the story first, and then I'm going to tell you about it, okay? Okay. So let's go ahead and turn on to hers. Let me get up.
Let's talk about Danielle Harkins.
Wait.
Harkins was a 35-year-old literacy teacher. She was perceived as a normal person that had a normal life, married with 2 kids, teacher. But then she went through a divorce, which I guess caused emotional strain on her. But anyways, let's get back into this. So basically, I'm going to minimize myself. She set a fire on June 9th, 2012. And basically, she was leading her students, these teenagers, into, like, this ritual shit. Like, she wanted the students to, like, cut, like, to bleed. She wanted blood, weird shit. She told the kids that they needed to rid their bodies of demons and that they should cut their skin to let evil spirits out and then, like, cauterize the wound to make sure they don't get back in. So after this ritual ends, all the kids go home and they don't say anything to anybody. They're all kind of like, what the fuck, like, we're not going to say anything. We're just going to keep this quiet. But one of the friends texted another friend, and that friend, like, ratted him out, told the parents told the police. and so on. Like, she almost got away with this. If nobody spoke up, like, she dead ass could almost got away with this shit, and who knows how much more of this she would have done, how many more kids she would have hurt.
Right.
She literally tried to set a student's hand on fire, and the wind blew out the flame, so she doused his hand in perfume and then set him on fire, giving him second-degree burns.
That's crazy.
These are her charges. She got one charge of child abuse, or I'm sorry, 2 counts of child abuse, and she was released on her own recognizance. I don't know if that's how you say that, but yeah, her own recognizance. She was released, bond, whatever. Her bond was $55,000. That's it. Like, to this day, nobody knows, like, really what her intentions were, why she was doing this with her students, of all people. What her true intentions were. None of the students have spoken up about it, and I just think it's the weirdest thing ever that this is silent. Those kids probably experienced something so terrifying and so far and beyond what their teenage brains are able to comprehend that they're too afraid to speak on it, and that's fine, but I want to know what this lady did to these fucking kids, and I want to know why she's still not imprisoned.
That's right.
Let's talk about Danielle Harkins. Harkins was a 35-year-old.
So, I'm going to stop eating my popcorn now, y'all, because y'all know I was eating while she was talking, all right? You know how that goes. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and give you the complete story of Danielle Harkins and the crazy, satanic stuff that she was doing, okay? Now, let me go ahead and get the information for you guys. Hold on for 1 second. Okay. I'm so hot, y'all. Let me get us something to drink real quick. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know how I be. Y'all know. And don't forget to thumbs up this video. And subscribe to the channel. And hit the bell notifications. And eat you some food and chill. So anyway, y'all. A St. Petersburg teacher was arrested in a case involving former students in a ritual involving cutting their bodies to release evil spirits. That's according to the police, okay? Danielle Harkins, 35 at the time, this was in 2012, told teenagers they had evil spirits in their bodies, and she wanted to get them out, police said. Harkins was able to persuade 2 former students to follow through with a ritual ceremony, police said. Now, Harkins met and tutored the students while serving as a literacy mentor at the Lil Man and Asian Learning Center in St. Petersburg. Investigators said Harkins was at the pier on Saturday with 7 former students when she told a 16 and a 17-year-old to take part in a ritual based on her religious beliefs. And what beliefs are those? Apparently, there was some sort of ritual taking place where she was directing teenagers to cut themselves to release demons from their bodies. And this is according to Sergeant Mike Cruz of the St. Petersburg Police Department. And at some point, of course, she would cauterize the cut. So, obviously they won't, I guess, bleed to death or whatever the case is. Anyway, she would do that by using a heated key or applying fire to the skin to close the wound to keep the evil spirits from getting back out. No, getting back in. Okay. So, normally you would do that little procedure to stop people from bleeding, I guess. But she did it to stop demons, evil spirits from getting back into the kids. Okay. Harkins was arrested after one of her former students told his father what happened on that Saturday, according to police. Police said they have spoken to Harkins, but she didn't spell out what type of religion would require such drastic measures. She hasn't informed us exactly what she was trying to accomplish with this, according to Detective Cruz. Police want to know if there are other victims. One of the things we are looking at is whether or not there was any other past event similar to this, Cruz said. At this point, we don't have any indications of that, but that is one of the aspects of the investigation we will be doing. Anyway, they ended up suspending her without pay and eventually firing this crazy ass lady. Okay. And the thing about the girl who was just talking said that she basically, I don't know if she was sad because she was going to a divorce, but I'm just thinking maybe she was already into the devil worshiping. Okay. Maybe she was already into it how, because you're sad, that's not going to um, make you start doing weird shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to make you start um, worshiping the devil and believing that your kids or whatever, your students or whatever, have evil spirits in them, demons basically, and you got to do this ritual to get the demons out. That's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Why would you even, think that weird shit? And the thing about it, if that one student wouldn't have told his dad, I believe, they probably would have never found out. And I'm telling what other things that this lady would have had her students or anybody else, any other students do. You know what I'm saying? So it was good that one boy told his dad. That's very strange. And that's why, like I always say, that's why as parents, we have to talk to our kids, you know, find out what's going on in school and or whatever they're doing. Okay, you got to find those things out. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about, let me see, how did I save this stuff? Because my gosh, hold on. So, anyway, hold on. Okay, that's something else. This is a different story right here. I don't know what did I do with the actual story. Hold on, y'all. Let me get the other story because I don't know. When I be screenshotting as I stop at a light, it's just so hard. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that's involved in this doing these lives, especially when you work at things like that. Let me see if I can get that entire article off of here again. If they'll let me. Hold on, because they be talking about doing this stuff. Some of these stories I have already told you guys about. I want to elaborate a little bit more on this lady right here. Hold on for 1 second. Okay, wait, hold on for 1 second. Y'all give me a minute. Oh man, hold on. Let's see. I call myself screenshotting it, and obviously I did not put it in order. So let's see. Yeah, she burned their skin, y'all, the wounds, to ensure that those evil spirits would not come back. Like I said before. Um, so they're going into explicit details here, so I'm going to read that. They said when Harkins held a lighter to one teen's hand, the wind blew the flame out, police said, and that prompted her to douse his hand in perfume before setting it on fire. The boy suffered second-degree burns, according to police. Now, this I don't know if that girl just mentioned this other one. I don't know for sure. I don't remember. But anyway, another teen was cut on her neck or his neck with a broken bottle. Harkins used a flame to heat a small key, which she then used to cauterize the wound. And the thing about it, I did not find anything else on this lady to see exactly why did she do this, what was going on in her mind, what prompted her to do this, what is her actual religion, because to me it sounds like she was into satanic worshiping, because who else does all these weird things? I mean, other religions may, but they are still dealing with satanic worshiping. And this is exactly what this sounds like to me. It's a very bizarre case, you know, getting kids to take place in this ritual because you are saying, you are telling them, they have demons inside of them and you want to get these demons out. What kind of weird stuff is that? And they said that this is a demonic ritual. That's what that is. As I just indicated. So she wasn't arrested for abuse, as that girl said, amongst a couple other charges, I believe. Um, yeah, aggravated battery and child abuse. But I don't know. I don't think I think the girl said she did not get charged. I'm not sure, but I don't think she did get charged. You know what I'm saying? And she's not in jail or anything. So I don't know, because like I said, I try to look up the story more in detail and couldn't find anything else but the same information over and over again about this lady. But if you guys want to research her a little bit more, you need to just go ahead and type in on Google or either on YouTube. You can hear other YouTubers talking about this lady. Just type in her name, Danielle Harkins, I believe. Let me see. We spell it right. Yeah, DANIELLEHARKINS. Okay, and that's her name. Let me see if I have anything else regarding her real quick. Because like I said before, they just basically saying the same exact thing, y'all. Let me see, did she get any? Let me see, hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second, please. Let me see if did she get anything. This is crazy. They did charge the charges. Hold on. They did do the charges, but I don't know if she actually spent any time incarcerated for sure or not. Yeah, that was a brutal ritual she did. Let's see. See, they're just basically, like I said before, they're saying the same exact thing. But again, definitely um, make sure you talk to your kids and things like that, because you never know what people get into that are around your children. And this is a true story, like I said before. Every story that I tell you guys this week, every scary story, and next week will be true 100%. Okay? Now, I do have enough time to go into the next story, which is about the Watcher. All right? Another crazy story. This is a true story, you guys. This is a true story. Let me go to the story real quick, and I will tell you guys about that one. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. I got to get the information, y'all. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I got to get the Watcher. Let's see, where is that at? These stories are all the way down here at the bottom of the daggone thing. Here it is, right? I think this is it. Okay, y'all. So the Watcher is another true story, just like I just told you. Um, After moving into their $1.3 million dream home, a New Jersey family started to receive creepy death threats from someone who identified themselves as the Watcher. Anyway, since moving in, the owners said they have received numerous letters from the mysterious person. The Watcher claimed the home has been the subject of my family for decades, and I have been put in charge of watching and waiting for a second coming. Excuse me, second coming. The new owners have several children, and other letters ask, have they found out what's in the walls yet? And I am pleased to know your names now, and the names of the young blood you have brought to me. That's what the Watcher said in those notes. Let me read that again. When these people moved into their new $1.3 million home in New Jersey, they started to get letters. All right? Numerous of letters from a mysterious person called the Watcher. All right? He claimed, or either she claimed, The home has been the subject of my family for decades, and I have been put in charge of watching and waiting for its second coming. The new owners have several children, and other letters ask, have they found out what's in the walls yet? I am pleased to know your names now, in the name of the young blood you have brought to me. Anyway, this family kept on receiving these crazy, spooky letters talking about the family members, making these little threats and things like that. So the family eventually was forced to flee from their home, and they later filed a lawsuit against the previous owners. Can y'all imagine? You move into a beautiful home, you thinking everything is going good, it's your dream home. Then the next thing you look around and see, you start getting letters from somebody telling you they are the watcher, and this person is looking at you and knows that you have children. So clearly, he or she is watching, okay? Because they're telling you how many kids you got and things like that. What would you guys do? You know? And this person, this family did go to the police, and they could not figure out or find out who was doing it. So the family eventually moved out, and then they filed a lawsuit. That's a crazy story, y'all, but it is a true story. I don't have any of these people names in that story, but I'm sure you can go to Google or YouTube and type in The Watcher about the couple who moved into a $1.3 million home in New Jersey. And I'm sure you will find that story right here on social media. Another true scary story. And I actually got time because I'm actually doing good with the time. I can tell you a few more tonight. All of these are true story, guys. All of these. And I can actually let me go to TikTok and see if somebody else can talk about that story as well. Because I did not get a chance to look on there, but let me see if any one of the TikTokers know anything about the Watcher. Some weird stories, y'all. But this is the season. This is the season for all of these weird stories. Let's see here. They got a movie called The Watcher as well. Let me see if that movie is based off of that. No, this is a different right here. Let's see. See, this is the one here. Listen.
His wife, Maria, bought this $1.3 million six-bedroom home in the suburb of Westfield, New Jersey. Bought it for themselves and their three kids.
Oh my God, hold on.
In the series, they're called Dean and Nora Braddock and played by Bobby Cannavale and Naomi Watts. After beginning renovations, the couple began receiving creepy letters from an anonymous person calling him or herself the Watcher and claimed to have been watching the house for years as their father and grandfather had before them. Do you know what lies within the walls of 657 Boulevard? Why are you here? I will find out. Emily reported the letters to the local police. They hired a private investigator, but to this day, they have never learned who sent them. The Watcher, based on a story published by my next guest, Reeves Weideman, in New York Magazine in 2018. He recently revisited the case in a piece called Taking Another Look at the Watcher.
That's crazy,
what
y'all.
we know about the case 4 years later. Reeves joins me now. He's a features writer at New York Magazine. So,
can you imagine, like I said before, moving into a new house, your dream home, and then you start randomly receiving weird ass messages. And you know the person must be watching you because they know things about your family, how many kids you have, you know, if you're married, and all of these type of things. Very, very strange case. Let's go ahead and finish listening.
how many letters in total and over what time period?
The Broaddus family received basically 3 letters sort of within the first roughly 6 weeks after buying the house.
That's crazy, y'all.
Beyond that, we know that there was one other letter that had gone to the house shortly before they bought it, and one other letter that they received then 3 years later when the house was sort of embroiled in some more local controversy.
Wow.
And Reeves, I know from your great piece, they bought the house not knowing that the former owner had received one similar letter. Was there any obligation on the part of that seller to disclose it?
Damn,
no, there wasn't. I mean, this is one of those things where it's sort of in a gray area, and there's no legal requirement to report something like getting kind of an unusual letter. And the people who sold the house said that, you know, the letter they received was kind of odd and strange, but wasn't the same kind of threatening letter that the Broadduses received. And they say they just sort of, it was weird, but they threw it away.
In 2014, Derek Broaddus, an insurance executive, and his wife Maria bought this $1.3 million 6-bedroom home in the suburb of Westfield, New Jersey. Bought it for themselves and their 3 kids.
That is crazy.
In the series, they're called Dean and Nora Braddock and played by Bobby Cannavale and Naomi Watts. After beginning renovations, the couple began receiving creepy letters from an anonymous person calling him or herself.
So, like I told you before, that story is a true story. Okay. Until this day, they don't know who was sending these letters to this couple. And like I said before, they left and then filed a lawsuit regarding, they filed a lawsuit against the people who sold them this home. So, y'all, all in all you need to do is be careful when you go out there and buy your next dream home. Make sure you check out everything because you never know. You could start receiving letters too. So be careful. All right. Now let's go ahead and read. I could have read some.
They claim to have been watching the house for years, as their father and grandfather had before.
Some people thought it was a practical joke, but some ways you just don't really play, like that. Okay, so I got time to do maybe 1 or 2 more stories, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it for you guys. Okay. Now, hold on. I'm going to talk about the phone stalker because a lot of times some people get prank calls and think it's just all in games, but sometimes it's not fun in games. And this is the story of the stalker, the phone stalker. In 2007, ABC News documented a series of cell phone calls to families with terrifying specific death threats. The unidentified callers knew exactly what families were doing and what they were wearing. Okay? The families say the calls come in at all hours of the night, threatening to unalive their children, their pets, and their grandparents. Voicemails arrive, playing recordings of their private conversations, including one with a local police detective. The caller knows, the family said, what they are wearing and what they are doing. And after months of investigating, police seemed powerless to stop them. This went on with the Kikanil family for months, who reported a caller with a scratchy voice threatening to slit their throats. When the Faircrest, Washington police tried to find the culprits, the calls were traced back to the individual's home, their own phones, even when they were turned off. It got worse. The family and 2 other Faircrest families told ABC News that they believe the callers are using their cell phones to spy on them. They say the hackers know their every move, where they are, what they are doing, and what they are wearing. The callers have recorded private conversations, the families and police said, including a meeting with a local detective. That is crazy, isn't it? The phone stalker, y'all. Now, once again, let me go ahead and check it on TikTok to see if they have any more information on that. These stories are weird, and some of these movies that we like to watch, guys, they're based on these true stories. Okay, they're based on these true stories. See if anybody got noticed anything else more in detail about the phone stalker.
In 2007,
this is it right here.
Bizarre and terrifying events unfolded around a woman who became the target of what would later be referred to as the phone stalker. This woman, let's call her Sarah, began receiving mysterious and unsettling phone calls on her landline and mobile phone. The calls were unlike anything she had experienced before. They started innocently enough with heavy breathing on the other end of the line and sometimes soft, eerie whispers. As days turned into weeks, the calls escalated and Sarah began receiving chilling messages and threats from an anonymous caller who seemed to know intimate details about her life. What made this ordeal even more unsettling was the fact that the stalker knew Sarah's daily routine, her friends' names.
Okay, I'm going to stop this one right here because this is actually probably a different one. As you see, though, there are a lot of these cases where these stalkers call people up, know what they're doing, know things about them, and everything. Very spooky situations. Let me look and make sure I get the right one. So that's not the one I'm looking for. Okay? Hold on. That's a whole different story. I don't know if this is the one, the phone stalker. Yeah, I think this is the one right here. Let me make sure. Let's see. Let me look and read the instruction. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, this is the one right here. I had the wrong one. Listen.
Threaten them with things like
let me start it back over.
throats.
Listen. This is the one right here.
In 2017, a family started receiving death threats. An unknown person would call them all hours of the night. What's really creepy is that the threats will be very specific. In their terrifying calls, the stalker would know exactly what each family member was
doing
y'all. And wearing. They would threaten them with things like slitting their throats to killing their children. They would also play recordings during the calls, recordings of private conversations, and even a recording of a conversation the family had with a police detective. The police believe the stalker was a hacker because when they tried to trace the calls, they would come back to the same phones the family were receiving the calls from, even when they were turned off. The worst part is whoever this was, they were never caught.
That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. And the thing about it, sometimes calls like this are done just to scare people. But, you know, if you get calls like this, you have to take them serious. Because in this day and time, you never know what people are capable of doing, but, hopefully these people stop getting these phone calls. It's a bunch of stories online about things like this happening to people. And I'm beginning to think that a lot of these horror stories and mystery stories is coming from, people, real life, true situations that they go through. So if you get somebody playing on your phone, take it seriously and notify the authorities because you just never know who is on that other end, and especially when they start telling you about yourself. And what they should have done too is got rid of those phones because, like they said, they could have been hacked and the person was looking at everything they do. So the best thing they should have done is probably got rid of the phones completely and maybe even move, since they probably already knew where they lived at and things like that. You can't be too materialistic that you can't get up and leave the place. You know what I'm saying? Especially when somebody is calling you, playing on the phone, telling you they're going to do things to you, telling you what you got on, what you're doing all day, and blase, blase. Okay? Let me go to the next story. Because I'm doing good with this time. I cannot believe it. So, I'm not going to tell you any type of, what's the name stories. I told you guys that before, okay? Even though I have them here, I'm just not going to tell them. Because I don't like talking about stories like that. So, one of them is very fascinating, though. I'm not going to lie. But I'm not going to read that one. So let me see. I got one more. Let's see. So let me tell you about the infield monster Now, that is spelled Enfield, monster, in case you guys want to look that up on Google. Anyway, in 1973, y'all, a man in Enfield, Illinois, told reporters that he saw a weird little creature lurking in his yard. This is what he said it looked like. He said the creature had 3 legs on it, a short body, 2 little short arms, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights. Wait a minute, I got to cough. Hold on for 1 second, please. Okay. Again, he said the creature that he saw had 3 legs on it, a short body, 2 little short arms, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights. Anyway, the police later found scratches on the door screen and footprints that looked like a dog with 6 toes. If they do find it, McDaniel said in the newspaper, they will find more than one and they won't be from this planet. I can tell you that. To this day, no explanation has ever been found. Okay? So imagine that. You see this creature which has 3 legs on it, a short body, 2 little short arms, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights, lurking in your yard. Okay? At night. And then when the police were called and came out and they searched, they found scratches on the door screen and footprints that looked like a dog's, but with 6 toes. I'm trying to figure out, was it trying to get in because it was scratching on the screen door? Okay. And I'm thinking if it was the dog, I think they would have probably found that dog. So I'm beginning to think it was something else that was out there in his yard. That description he gave is not of a dog. 3 legs on it. That's why it only had, that's why it probably had 6 toes because 3 legs and then a short body, then 2 little short arms, and then 2 pink eyes as big as a flashlight. Yeah, that sounds very odd and strange. So that creature that he allegedly saw, that was probably the thing that was scratching on the dead on screen door. Okay, and then they saw the police saw the footprints that looks like dogs' footprints. So I'm just trying to figure out, if anybody else saw the infield monster. And I'm going to look on TikTok again to see if anybody have any counts of seeing the same thing. Because, sometimes people do embellish things, but I don't know. Some things just sound so like, people actually saw these things. Okay, so let's see what we're going to see. The infield monster. See, I never heard of this story before, the infield monster. Let's see. Let's see if we got any. What is anybody saying anything? So somebody did like a picture of what it may look like. So I'm gonna let you guys see this. Hold on, let me make sure I don't got no music. Okay, listen. I like the way he's talking. I wish I was this good, but this dude has been doing this for a long time. So let me show y'all this real quick. Don't forget, all of these are protected by the Copyright Disclaimer Act, and everything is for entertainment and educational purpose. Okay, so we're gonna watch this real quick. Let me turn this up.
To shreds. 25th, 1973. Young Greg Garrett was playing in his yard in Enfield, Illinois, when he was attacked by a strange creature.
Now,
the
this
creature
is a different
was
one right here.
Approximately 4 feet tall with gray, slimy skin, red eyes, 3 legs, and 2 short arms that ended in sharp claws. The unusual creature began to trample poor Greg's tennis shoes, ripping them to shreds. Little Greg Garrett managed to survive that encounter with the creature now known as the Enfield Monster. But this strange creature certainly had more shenanigans up its sleeves. To find out more, head up to my link tree.
Okay. Now, so they did have other accounts of that
25th,
monster. Okay, because the one that I read says something a little bit different. Okay, let's just go ahead and look at this one right here. Hold on.
This is Unsolved Mysteries, Part 1.
Let's see.
The Infield Monster. In 1973, Henry McDaniel was fixing to put his kids to bed when they told him they had seen something outside.
So these are a lot of accounts of this creature being seen. I read you one story.
When Mr. McDaniel went to check, he did see something lurking in his yard. In a statement, he said it had 3 legs on it, a short body, 2 little short arms, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights.
This is the one I'm talking about.
The police later found scratches on the floor and footprints that resembled a dog's, except it had 6 toes. McDaniel said to the news, if they do find it, they will find more than one and they won't be from this planet.
That's crazy.
And to this day, no explanation has been found.
That's crazy. Y'all, this sound like
if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a like.
It really did sound like that. That's what exactly sound like to me. Let's see. Hold on.
The Mystery of the Enfield Monster, Part 1. One night in 1973, the 2 young McDaniel children of Enfield, Illinois, claimed to see a weird creature lurking in their yard and trying to get in the house. But Father Henry McDaniel chalked their creepy story up to the active imagination of childhood. However, he changed his mind later that night. After being awoken by strange scratching sounds, McDaniel grabbed a gun and a flashlight and peered outside of his front door. You will not believe what he saw between the 2 rose bushes. Make sure you follow for Part 2. The Mystery of the Enfield Monster, Part 1. One night in 1973, the 2 young McDaniel children of Enfield, Illinois, claimed to see a weird...
I already told you guys what he saw. I don't think they actually he had any picture because this was back in 1973. Your dad going, Mom. Oh, they made her look like that because I'm like, she looked like a damn monster herself. But anyway, she looks scary herself. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that I do believe that he saw something. And I do believe it probably could have been something, maybe a deformed animal. It could have been that. Okay. It could have been a deformed dog. Okay. But the thing about it, it's still creepy. It's still scary. You know, if you are in the house doing whatever you're doing, and then your kids are telling you they see something in the yard, and you go look out there, and then you see something that looks weird with 3 legs, short arms, all of this other weird stuff. What can you think it is? You know what I'm saying? It's something that you never seen, but I'm thinking he didn't think it was a deformed animal or dog. He said that you would see it wouldn't be from this planet. So I'm thinking he was thinking that the creature that he saw was an alien. And that's just on everything. Okay. He said he saw this weird little creature lurking in his yard. It had 3 legs on it, a short body, 2 little short arms, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights. And then, as you just heard the other people say, the man said that it was scratching at his door. Well, the dude said at the floor, but in this article, it says the door on the screen door. And they actually showed a picture of it that I showed you guys on this thing right here, where the screen door, or either on another video I showed you guys where the screen door had scratch marks on it. Okay, so the guy heard all of this, you know? So I actually think it was maybe an alien because, again, if it would have been a deformed animal, he would have said that. Okay, he would have said that, but he never said that. He told the police, if you find it, you're going to find out that it's not from this planet. What do you guys think? That's a spooky, spooky story, and it's all true, y'all. It's all true. Let me go ahead and give you the next story, and that's the Enfield Monster, in case you want to look that story up and find out other people who saw it. You saw where I pulled up another one where I believe some more people saw that as well. So the lady who was looking out her window or something like that, I can't remember. But if there are a lot of accounts of this creature and they describe it the same way, I don't think, some people will lie and say this based on what other people say. But for the most part, I'm just going back to the first dude. I believe him because you never know what may exist out there. Okay? Let's go ahead and do the next story. Okay. I can't read this one because I'm not going to be able to say these words. Let's do this one right here. Hold on. Yeah, not this one either. I don't want to talk about that. I could tell you about it. Let's see. Okay, I can. Let me see how long this story is. Okay, here you go. I'm going to tell you guys about the hunted doll. All right, so be careful when you buy your girls or sons dogs and stuffed animals, because I'm gonna let you know something. They can put certain things on these things. Okay. Anyway, when you think of a hunted dolls, it's like it's likely the creepy old Victorian looking porcelain kind that springs to your mind, none of which you probably have lying around. Still, don't get too comfortable around any kids' toys too soon. Anyway, a Disney's Frozen Elsa doll that was gifted for Christmas 2013 in the Houston area made headlines earlier that year when it became haunted. The doll recited phrases from the movie Frozen and sang Let It Go when a button on its necklace was pressed. For 2 years, it did that in English. That's according to Mother Emily Badania. In 2015, it started doing it in English and in Espanol. And there was not a button change. It was just random. Okay? The family has owned the doll for more than 6 years and never changed its batteries. The mother says the doll would randomly begin to speak and sing even when it was turned off. Anyway, the family decided to throw the creepy doll out in December of 2019. Weeks later, they found it inside a bench in their living room. The kids insisted they did not put it there, and she said she believed them because they wouldn't have dug through the garbage outside. At that point, Elsa ceased to sing the English rendition of Let It Go. She didn't sing that anymore. She only spoke it in Espanol when they pressed the button. The family then double bagged the bizarre doll and placed it at the bottom of their garbage, which was taken out on garbage day. They went on a trip shortly after, but when they returned, guess who was back? Elsa. And she was waiting in the backyard of their home. This time, the family mailed Elsa to a family friend in Minnesota who taped the hunted doll to the front bumper of his truck. It doesn't seem to have made its way back to Houston yet, as per Madania's latest February Facebook update on the creepy doll. Now, that's a true story. I don't know if she embellished any of it, but according to her, she claims that this is true and the doll was doing all of these things and the dog is hunting. Now, why the dog didn't get off the truck, the bumper, I don't know, but just never know, y'all. You just never know. Maybe it was hunting those people. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. Okay, so one more story. This story is about dead animals in the walls. Let's see. Okay, let's see how long this is because I only got okay. And if I mispronounce any of these names, it's because these are some hard names, okay? But anyway, when the Bratzus family decided to insulate their home in Auburn, Pennsylvania in 2015, they discovered that it had already been with what, y'all? With scores of dead animal carcasses. The dead animals were wrapped in newspaper, from the 1930s and the 40s, and were among half-used spices in, and they were among half-used spices in other items. After removing the items, they sent hundreds of artifacts and carcasses to an expert in Kutztown. The expert attributed the rotting animals in their raws to powwow or Dutch magic, a ritual originating in the culture of the Pennsylvania Dutch to treat ailments and gain physical and spiritual protection. The Pennsylvania Dutch were a group of German-speaking settlers to Pennsylvania in the 1600s and the 1700s, and are often of Lutheran, Mennonite, or Amish, or I think it's Amish or Amish faith. Many of the spells deal with the care of livestock, finding water, or the treatment of minor ailments, reflecting the conditions and concerns of early American settlers. But powwow also has within it a tradition of darker spells, and even of such things as conjuring demons. One notable ritual in their tradition is this hex to create loyalty in a dog. Let's see. I'm not going to tell you guys what that is, okay? I don't know why they go into strict details, okay? But I won't tell you about it, all right? If you want to know about that, you can go to that article and type it in. I'll tell you what that is, okay? Anyway, the mold found on the rotting carcass in the Brett's home has caused illness among the family members, and they say that the odor hasn't gone away. That is crazy, man. Can you imagine living in a house and you find out, because you probably can smell the smell? Maybe, I don't think they did, because I think it was, they probably did, but it was still wrapped up. But can you imagine smelling a weird smell and you try to figure out where it's coming from? And then you find out that there are dead animal carcasses in your walls, and spices and other things in your walls. And these people were engaging in rituals, Dutch magic, and not just probably doing stuff for ailments or for protection, but they were probably also doing it for other cruel intentions, like they just said, conjuring evil spirits and things like that. I think I would have had to move from that house, and that's for everything, you know. And some family members did get sick, you know. That's crazy, y'all. There's so many weird, and that is a true story as well. You can actually type in on Google "dead animals in the wall." You can type in Bretzus family, Bretzuis. Okay, and this was discovered in 2015. Let me see if I can find more information, anything different on it from TikTok, because they be knowing it. They be knowing stuff. Let me see, Bretzus. And the thing about it, a lot of these stories I just read are kind of new. They're not old, with the exception to the one in 1973 with the Enfield monster. Let's see. Carcasses in walls. Let's see. Animal carcasses. That's what I should have called it. Let's see. I think this is the one right here. Yeah, this is the one. I'm going to let you hear this real quick. Okay? Hold on. Again, this is protected by the Copyright Act. This is for entertainment, educational purposes only. All right? So let's go ahead and watch this one. And this will be the final one for tonight in this day 2 of spooky true stories. Wait, I got to turn this up.
Their home in Auburn, Pennsylvania in 2015, they discovered it already had been with scores of dead animal carcasses. They were wrapped in newspapers from the 30s and 40s, among half-used spices and other items. An expert attributed the rotting animals in their walls to powwow or Dutch magic, a ritual originating in the culture of Pennsylvania Dutch to treat ailments and gain physical and spiritual protection. Many of the spells deal with the care of livestock, finding water, and treatments of minor ailments. But powwow also has a tradition of darker spells and even such things as summoning demons. The mold found in the home caused illness among the family members, and they say the odor hasn't gone away. Be sure to subscribe for more to speak.
And think about it, why are they still there? People will stay in homes, and it doesn't matter. Just stay there. Me, I'm moving because I don't want to be in a home with no animals in the walls. You know what I'm saying? And he was doing witchcraft and things like that, the rituals and things like that. Crazy stories, huh? Crazy stories. But I hope you guys did enjoy these stories. Again, you can go to Google or YouTube and you can look up every single one of them stories I told you about. You can look up and find more information about the Enfield monster, the Bessus family with the animal carcasses in the walls. You can find out information about the Watcher and the phone stalker. Okay, I think those were the 4 stories that I told you guys about. Okay, and thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Tomorrow, I have another weird story to tell you about. It may not be now this story that I'm going to tell you guys about tomorrow, which I don't know if I am going to do this story or not, but I think I will. This is like a conspiracy theory type story, but we're going to talk about that in depth and talk about it. People claim they have saw these things. I don't know for sure. I can tell you straight up, I never have. But a lot of people say they have. So I may just tell you about it tomorrow. And if I don't tell you about that story, I'm gonna have another spooky, scary, true story to tell you. All right. Thank you to everybody who came in the bushes, everybody who watches this in the replay. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. No one came in the chat that I'm thinking of. I told you guys before, I believe that YouTube has what's the name? I don't know why, because I don't be doing anything on my channel, but maybe because I've been putting up so many videos. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm still gonna do my videos. Whoever see it. Whoever don't know, and that's just how it is. Make sure you guys hit that bell notifications though. Hit that notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Y'all know I basically come on Monday through Friday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or let's see, so 8:30, 7:30, 9:30 Central Time. All right, just in case you don't get my notifications. And I do different videos every single night. And for the next 10 days, I'm going to be talking about spooky, true stories about people or whatever. All right. So don't forget, hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming video. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this content tonight, and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And I'm gonna try to get some non-copyright music to play behind that's kind of scary, but not too scary and stuff, to go on with the stuff that I be reading and stuff. Otherwise, guys, I want to say thank you so much. If you want to show support to this channel, you can do that by doing a Cash App to $ShadesTube. All donations are used to better this channel. And I think that's about it, guys. And thank you so much. Again, don't forget the thumbs up, hit the bell notification, and subscribe to the channel. Share this video. Excuse any bloopers. It's hard doing this. Y'all just don't know. It's not an easy thing. I think that's it. I mean, if you want to leave a comment if you're watching this in the replay, you can leave a comment in the comment section if you want me to talk about any strange true story. I don't want no fiction. Only, I just say I don't want no fiction. Okay, only true spooky stories. Okay, no demon possessions, no weird stuff like that either. All right. Otherwise, guys, I'm gonna wish you guys a very blessed night, a happy and blessed Tuesday, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And thank you for tuning into Shades 2. And I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Good night, y'all. Don't be scared tonight. All right. And watch out for those phone calls and letters coming in the mail. All right. Let me stop. I'm just joking. Have a good night, y'all. Peace out. Good night, y'all. Take care.